This video is an introduction into Mail Archive X Pro Admin. This video will have 4 parts. 1 prerequisites for the Pro Admin version. 2 logging into server management. 3 details of server management, like creating a database. And finally, 4 the setup. Part 1, prerequisites for the Pro Admin version. For Mail Archive X Pro Admin, both Valentina Server and the application itself need to be installed. Part 2, logging into server management. Valentina Server can be managed by selecting Database, Manage Server from the menu. When being logged out, it's possible to start and stop a server. Click on Stop, need to enter my password, and then I can stop the server. Only when the server is stopped, a license can be installed, but Mail Archive Pro Admin already comes with the license pre-installed, so this is usually not necessary. Now I start the server again. A default bookmark is available to connect to the server. By clicking on the pencil button, I can edit the bookmark. The bookmark has a name. It has a server IP address, which is here only the local address. It has a port, it has a username, and a password. The default password is SA. Can cancel or change the bookmark. I can edit a bookmark by clicking on the plus button, and I can delete the selected bookmark. Part 3, server management details. After clicking Connect, I am in the status area of the server management. I have mostly information here, which doesn't need to be changed. I can see the server version. I can see the ports. I can see logging information. And I can see directories. If I want, for instance, to change the location of the archives, then I can do that here. But normally I do not have to change anything when starting out. At the bottom of each area, I have 3 buttons. I need to restart the server after having changed a property. I can also reload the properties from the server, and the logout button is for logging out. Now we come to the interesting part, the databases area. By default, there is a master database for handling the other databases. The user groups database is for managing users. I can click on the plus button to add a new Mail Archive database. To make things simple, I'll keep Mail Archive as database name. Now I have a new database. I can add other databases. I can delete the database here if no connections are available. The connection area shows the different connections by users to databases. Here I can only see the current connection. I do not need to edit anything else. If I have additional connections to a Mail Archive archive, then I can use the minus button here to delete the connection. In users and groups, I can add and delete users, and I can add users to groups. The default user is the name SA and the same password. This is not very secure, so this user should be deleted when there is a second admin. I can click on the plus button to add a new user. I need to give the user a name and a password. Then I can click here if the user is an admin. The admin means that the user can access Valentina Server management. And the user groups is only for the license for multiple users. I can add a user group and I can add users to this group. Now I have a group where I have 2 users. That means that the SA user can see the emails of test user and vice versa. That was it for Valentina Server Management. In part 4, I'm going to connect to the database in the setup. For the programming, there is an additional section server in the left sidebar. I need to enter the IP address of the server. Again, it's just the local address. Do not need to change the port. Then I need the database name. Going to use the default username and password. And then I connect to the archive. After clicking on the connect button, I now have a connection to the archive. The archive is empty, so I'm going to archive a little bit. The archive can now be used in a similar fashion as in the standard version. Cancel. And I have some emails. This is how to get started with MailArchiver X Pro Admin.